Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video that I've been putting off for several years. We're going to be doing my everyday makeup routine and it's going to be not good, which is why I've been putting it off. So this really is going to be very relatable, very wearable, very simple and easy in my opinion. I mean, I literally do this every single day. I am not one of those girls that wakes up and is like,
a break today.
I don't know. I feel so much better when I put makeup on each day. I kind of enjoy it. And as you can see here, I've got some acne scarring. I don't really have that much active acne, but my face is definitely not clear at all. So I just want to say I'm sorry if this isn't fabulous. I'm not a makeup artist, which is why I do not typically do makeup videos on my channel. So I'm just gonna start here and we're gonna go through it. Everything that I show, I will link down below. I'm honestly just somebody that once I find something I love, I really don't go out of that comfort zone. So these products that I am using, I've been using them for years. I will experiment here and there, but I pretty much just always go back to them. That looks awful. Don't even normally use these things. I just thought I would look prettier than my ugly headband that has makeup all over it. Is that right? Okay, so we're just gonna run with this, starting with the foundation. I personally, I know people can't stand this, but I actually do not use primer ever. I've tried, guys. I've tried so many primers and I just never really see a difference. So I'm sorry. But anyway, these are the two foundations I highly recommend. This one, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This has been around for so many years. Love this. And then I also love the Urban Decay All Nighter. I actually am gonna run with this today just because I feel like it's a little bit lighter than this one. This one, I probably need a little bit of a tan and I don't have that. This is also, oh man, you need this. And I've talked about this before. This is the Tarte Kabuki brush. It is so good. It's such an amazing brush. You need this brush. It is the thickest, biggest brush, and you just get your foundation done lickety-split. Okay. So I don't know if I'm just gonna chit-chat with you. I think that's the plan. As I go along here, I'm just gonna chit-chat with you. I also really have to bring it down my neck because no matter how hard I try, I feel like foundation it just never matches right. Okay, so once we've got that sufficiently blended, I always go in with the Born This Way concealer. Now guys, everyone's obsessed with the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm obsessed with the Tarte Kabuki brush, but I am not obsessed with the Tarte Shape Tape. You guys need to give this Too Faced Born This Way a try. I use the color Vanilla, and I always just put it right under my eyes, just kind of like other people do it. But this to me is such a more natural looking concealer. It blends so well, it lasts so well. I just really prefer this one. So if you haven't tried it, just try it. For me, I think you'll prefer it. And then I blend that over my eye. Okay, so I have completely blended that out. Now I do have to set it. My personal favorite setting thing is actually this Kat Von D refillable thing. There's the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette that is so famous. Honestly, I don't even know what's happening with that brand. You know, I thought she was kind of like, I think she sold it. But anyway, this is the like banana powder. It's like, I don't even know what it's called. It's called Lyric, that's what it is. But oh, it's the best setting powder for under your eye. So I just go in with a Morphe brush. There's a lot of different brushes I like, but I do like Morphe. I'll show you a couple others as we go along, but I always set this under here and that really helps too. It also brightens it up a bit. So let me just do that. I also usually just bring down the powder a little bit right here where my smile lines are, which they're not awful, but I do smile. And so I noticed that there can get a crease right there. So if I put some powder there, I feel like it doesn't crease as much. I then go in with the By Terry Hyaluronic Powder and I set the entire face. For me, I am so incredibly oily, unbelievably oily. So this really helps set everything and makes the oil kind of go away, be absorbed. It's just, I've seen such a benefit with this powder. And don't do that. This brush that I'm using is the BK Beauty brush. Oh my goodness, love her brushes so much. We're kind of friends actually, but I get a lot of PR in the mail and I get a lot of brushes. These brushes are legit amazing. So since we're friends, I do have a code. I think you'll get 10% off. I think it's just Shea. But if you're interested in some brushes, you should try these. And the Tarte one, okay? And the Tarte one. Or just stick with your brushes that you've been using for like 15 years because guys, let's be real, I do that too. Now I'm gonna go in with this Tarte bronzer, and I really like this particular bronzer because it is matte. It has really good cool undertones rather than warm undertones. It's called Park Avenue Princess, and I just go in again with a Morphe brush and I just kind of bronze myself. This is probably where we're gonna start to get not blended perfectly because I'm doing this in a setting that I don't normally do, and I just apologize now. But basically, I just kind of go a little bit high on my cheekbones, very lightly, and I always wrap it up around here and down here so that it gives a natural sun-kissed look. Because if the sun was going to hit you, that's where it would fall. It would tan you like right here and then on top of your forehead. So that's always what you wanna do, unless you don't wanna do that. Then you don't have to do that. Yeah, I definitely focus a lot more back here than the front because later on I will put my favorite blush, which is it's a new one. So it's actually something that I haven't had for years upon years. I'm not liking these clips. I don't like them. Also, I do this all the time. Bring down that bronzer, bring it down. Yes, because it's just, as you add color to your face, it's not always going to match everything. And so you need to kind of like blend a little bit. Oh, and these necklaces, they're Miranda FRYE. I love them. So next we're gonna do eyebrows. And so these are my eyebrows naturally, which I actually never really have to pluck. So that's cool, but I do always fill them in just a bit. So this has been what I've been doing forever. It's just an angled brush and this Anastasia of Beverly Hills Duo Powder. She has lots of different browns. I don't even care honestly which brown it is. I just wanna fill them in, but this powder is the magic sauce. I'm not a fan of pencils or gels. The powder is where it's at. I usually do just brush them once just to kind of get them laying perfectly so that I can outline and like fill them in well. And I feel like I've been saying how I do this in many videos, but I'm just gonna say it again. I always start in the middle here with the product, and then I go in for more product for the tail end, because the end you want to be kind of dark, and then I stop. I do not go get more powder. Whatever is left on my brush is where I will fill in towards the inner, because you don't want that to be super, super dark, because that's when it starts to look fake. So whatever's left on my brush is what I use to fill in the center towards my nose. Okay, so that's the first one. Is it okay? I think it is. Okay. I'm not going in for more. Whatever's left on here gets the end here. See? See? That's a lot better. That's more natural. Okay, so once I'm done with both, then I kind of go back in and I fill in to try to make them match as best I can. Kind of sometimes flick upwards just to give that natural brow hair look. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get, guys. Do you guys wanna see what I also do? I also trim my nose hairs. We're gonna start the eyes, and I'm just still using this natural matte Too Faced palette. This is the second one that I've had. I love this. It's all mattes, and the thing is, and this is like really what I do recommend for most people, even though everyone has their own preference, I think that eyeshadows with a very subtle warm undertone looks just amazing on almost everybody. It really, really does. So if it looks slightly, like ever so slightly orangey, that's gonna look so beautiful on your eye. So the color that I usually start with is Chocolate Cookie right here. And then I just go in with any fluffy brush. So this one is a Morphe. I also love the BK Beauty 201. It's just really fluffy. And I just go in circular motions and windshield wiper motions. Jaclyn Hill taught me that. So you just wanna do it right in your crease. Circle, 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 windshield wiper, circle, 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 blend, blend, blend. And even if it's not perfect looking, as soon as you start to put mascara on, there's something about mascara that really pulls it all together. Okay, so that is one color. Again, it's not perfect, probably doesn't look perfectly blended, but I really think that we'll fix it. So then I go in with a darker color just to put in the corner a teeny bit, just for a tiny bit of dimension. So there's Espresso, or there's Risque. These are naughty colors. And I just grab just a darker color here and very lightly put it on the very outer corner. So I guess I'm smoking it out, as they say. I don't know. Then I go in with a little, just a little blunt, I think it's a pencil brush. I think that's what they call it. I love, you know what? I do actually prefer the BK Beauty one. It's just a little thicker and fuller and softer. So I go in with those same exact colors, and I no longer use any eyeliner. I feel like it's just way too harsh. So I just take the pencil brush and I smudge out the bottom as if I'm using it as an eyeliner. It's really hard not to make weird faces. Like, this is what I want to do. But I'm going in with the darker color now, making a weird face. So there, you basically just connect the top and the bottom. And then I just take another brush. This is a Morphe brush. It's just kind of another dense, thicker brush. And if you ever feel like it's just not blended enough, just go in with that and just kind of blend out. I don't really even feel like I need to do it that much, but I'll just blend, 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 and it kind of just blends. It blends. Wow. I am good. Wow. Okay. Windshield wiper, circle, 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 blend, blend, blend. So let me just show you a quick trick with eyeliner, which I know I just said I don't use eyeliner, but I don't use it in the typical way of like lining my eyes. But I do sometimes, not every day, but I sometimes take a dark brown. It could be black, but I prefer brown because it's more natural. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and I actually put it under my lashes on the top only. That, again, really helps mascara, actually. It makes it look like you might be wearing fake lashes, but like in a good way. So I literally just go like that. So I guess that's tight lining, but only the top. So now I'm gonna go in with mascara, and I promised you guys the best mascara in the entire world, and that is the Chanel Le Volume mascara. Guys, I know it's a teeny bit pricey. I mean, I think this is like $30, so it's definitely pricey for a mascara, but it's just the best. It's just the best. And I don't know if it's the formula. I think it's the formula, but also just this type of brush. It's just so buildable, and you really can make your lashes look so long but not clumpy, and just everything you want mascara to do. It makes you look like you have fake lashes, but again, good fake lashes, like natural fake lashes. So what I usually do is just coat, like do the first layer like normal. Then I immediately go down to the bottom. I actually don't move on to this eye. This needs some time to dry, like a little bit, like not too long. And then you wanna go in with another layer. So it's kind of like tacky, but not really tacky or dry yet. And then you wanna do just another layer, and it really sticks really well. I don't know how to explain it. It's just something about this mascara. So I typically do 3 layers, which seems crazy, but that's how I get the look that I want, and it really does go fast. Okay, so here is one eye done, and this eye I haven't touched yet. So as you can see, hopefully there's a big difference. All right, so that is both of the eyes done. I don't know, I guess I just really like this mascara, and I think it looks really good compared to every other mascara that I've ever tried. Don't get me wrong, I definitely like others, but if you haven't tried that, you should. Now let's move on to lips. I have a few favorite lip products that I just always use. I do usually use a lip liner. My favorite one right now is a Laura Mercier. It's called Baby Lips. It's kind of like a corally color. So I think that is what I'm gonna be putting on today. I kind of have just like a glossy chapstick on, but I need to take that off so that this goes on better. So you do want your lips to be a little bit dry. So I typically just line my lips slightly, ever so slightly overlining, just to make them look a little bit thicker. And then I just fill it in like a regular lipstick, because this stuff really does stick and last. So as whatever I put over top of it fades, this will remain. I also really like to go in, I don't do this every day, but sometimes I like to actually start with Ophelia. This is a Kat Von D liquid lipstick. This also really stays well throughout the entire day. So sometimes putting that on too, again, just makes your lipstick last. So maybe I'll just put a little bit on. It's a very, very similar color. So that really is like double wear lipstick. Like there's a lot of staying power here. And then I just top it off with any type of clear gloss just for some shine. You don't have to do that. Like I could totally just leave it like this, but I do personally like a little bit of shine. Like that. Okay, so now that we have done the lips, then I move on to blush. I don't know why I do blush right now. This has just been a habit of mine. I kind of save the blush for last. I think because blush has a tendency to wear off quickly, so if I can like save that for the end, then maybe it'll last longer. But I've been loving this Laura Mercier blush tone. I don't know, it's just like so pretty and subtle, but like really good. It's called Fresco. I'm gonna go in with one of these thicker brushes and just put it right here. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but I do see a subtle difference on my face. So we've got the blush and we've got the bronzer, and it's just so pretty. One last thing that sometimes I do, I put a little bit of brightening shimmery color in the centers of my eye, like the inner corner. So this is a really easy way to do it. This is a Laura Mercier Rose Gold Caviar Eye Stick. So you can use this all over for shimmery color. You could actually do it up here along your brow bone, but I personally just love sticking it in my inner corner, and it's just so easy, and it really brightens the eye and gives it a nice pop. That simple little thing really makes a big difference. That's my everyday makeup look, and usually it takes me between 10 and 15 minutes to do it. This video was probably a lot longer than that, but that was just me kind of chit-chatting and going a little bit slower, but I'll have everything linked down below. I love this makeup. I feel like it's my die-hard good stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and all of the things. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.